You know what? You know what's cool?
What's cool?
Podcasts. You know,
Podcast, yes.
podcasts are pretty cool because you know what happened is this week. This week I spent a lot of time just like listening to podcasts, and I haven't done that in a
Uh-huh.
while. And it was nice. It was a nice experience. I got to enjoy just chilling, relaxing, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Just
Shooting some
listening.
b-ball outside of the school.
Yeah, except instead of
Hey,
shooting b-ball, uh,
You
was
were shooting
listening to
heroin.
some fine podcasts.
I bet.
I discovered a new podcast. I knew this existed, but I just never gotten around to listening to it. Um,
which one is that?
Mo Diggity, you're familiar with Ninja Sex Party, yes?
Yeah, Ninja Sex Party. Yeah, I'm all.
So Ninja Brian from Ninja Sex Party, who's also like a professional musician and like a physicist who has a PhD. So he's a very interesting fellow to hear talk about anything really. And he has a podcast that's called Late Night with Brian Wecht. Brian Wecht. That's a hard last name to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's him and a girl named Leighton who like has worked with the Game Grumps and like in that space for a while, and she's like a game developer. And they have a really good chemistry, and they have like a guest on pretty much every episode, and they've had a lot of interesting people on. It's a really good show. I binged through a bunch of episodes. I didn't go to work for 2 days this week because I was just like I was ill and like I really didn't want to be
Mm-hmm.
there. So I was just kind of like, nah, fuck that.
Like sick
Uh,
or like I'm ill, bro.
well, both, of course, because I'm always ill in the cool way. Um, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling like up to it. I wasn't feeling like myself, so I just kind of vibed and I listened to Late Night with Brian Wecht, among other podcasts. You know, podcasts are just really cozy, and that's why I've always loved them so much. And
some
I hope
some are.
someday somebody will get that same experience from the Moecast. Just just chilling, maxing, relaxing, listening to it, and just
Okay.
having a cool time.
I do get people occasionally like coming up to me or like messaging me. Is like, dude, love your episode from that one week and all that. Like my buddy Jetbat talks about the show a bunch sometimes when he talks to me and junk. And I know Insight Zoidberg, I think
Oh yeah, she
calls.
loves the Moecast. Yeah.
She started calling me nightly just to shoot the shit with me. So I have a new fan. So and yeah, people talk about our shit. Not all the time, but sometimes, like a lot more than they used to, which was not at all.
That's true. It's always nice to just like hear like even little acknowledgments. Like especially if they're positive, but even just like neutral ones, like the fucking Robin from the Mocast thing. That was
Give us
that was really
negative
funny.
engagement as well. Call us shit. Call us garbage. Be
Oh,
our Asterios, you know?
yeah,
If you
we're
hate
used to
us,
that.
let us know. Tell us.
I hate us.
Tell us if we should. You see, we phased Mo Diggity out of the show in every other aspect except for being the host. Maybe it's time to complete the deal. Maybe the Mocast no longer contains Mo
Mutiny
Diggity.
time?
It's just the
That would
Riely and
be
Robin show, but we still call it the Mocast.
yeah, that would be so weird. Like what kind of a like show wouldn't have its main host
We're
on, you
within the
know?
we're part of the Mocast brand, but Mo himself is not involved. Like Papa John's, the guy who founded Papa John's, he's not involved with Papa John's in any way anymore because he said some unfortunate things. So similar to
Yeah,
Papa John, Mo Diggity will be treated on the Mocast.
see, personally, in my opinion, I think when things like that happen, I think you should change the name because I don't think that you should be like coasting off of the name of someone that you kicked out. Like, like if Bill Cosby still had a show when, no, you know what? A better and even more accurate example would be Roseanne. When she took a little bit of Ambien and
Yeah, she didn't know he was black. She didn't know.
hey, she just took a little Ambien.
I
Before I
thought
went
the
ham.
bitch was white. God
I
damn it!
just took a little bit of Ambien and kind of went ham on Twitter.
That
You
might be the
know,
most legendary like talk show clip I've ever seen with Roseanne.
And
I
she's just
thought
like
the bitch was
smoking a
white.
cigarette too. Like,
God
what the fuck
damn
is
it!
happening?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, like the guys that did the relaunch of Roseanne, they wrote her off, killed her off on the show so she can never come back. And and they changed the name. So
Wait,
I
they
think they
changed the
should.
name. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
I
it
was
went
like, did they
from
keep doing Roseanne?
yeah, it went from Roseanne to the Connors, and then it promptly got canceled the next the next season because it turns out no one wants to watch a Roseanne-less Roseanne
Was
show.
such bullshit. That was such fucking bullshit that the Roseanne show got canceled. That pissed me off. Even like this was like in my infancy of like free speech advocacy. Like I was like pretty young at the time. This was 2016. But even back then I was like, that's fucking stupid.
Like, I do think that maybe certain allowances should be made if someone is like impaired,
Oh,
like
Riley
on
thinks even
drugs.
Hitler deserves a TV spot.
Oh
That's
God.
Listen, if Hitler was a talented actor, then I
Riley,
would not mind seeing
Riley,
him
shut
in
the fuck
production.
up. Riley, shut up.
well, it's not free speech if you have to be a talented actor. You're putting a prerequisite on free
No, but
speech.
I'm saying like if that's your trade, like if you have put all your eggs in the acting basket and you're an expert actor and it comes out you're a scumbag, but you're really not capable of doing any work except for acting work. You know what? I don't care.
Yeah, but
Riley,
nobody's
well,
nobody's a social media expert.
Acting is a job like any other. That's the way we have to view these things. Is like being an actor or being an entertainer that is just like a job. So like if somebody who's professional at entertaining, they still if once they serve their prison sentence, they need to like eat and be housed when they are released. So thus they would hypothetically continue to work in acting, but they can't because of how cancel culture works. But I think like every American that is not currently incarcerated should be entitled to a job and entitled to a job in a field that they actually have expertise in, should a field like that exist.
I hate the fact that we like put culture in front of a thing like nerd culture, cancel culture, podcast culture. I was like, oh God, because like I guess the reason why
Antimicrobial culture.
Badoosh. That's a science joke for all of you who are like sciencey. Um, no, blah blah blah. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's just it's so easy to sort of pigeonhole and maybe even like marginalize like a group or sect of people because you could just go, oh, comic book culture or like comic gate culture or something like that, and then boom, you have a fucking catch-all term for everyone associated with that label, and it's kind of lazy, and I don't want to be known as a culture. I just like it takes the individual. I think maybe, in my opinion, it sort of takes a little bit of the individualism out.
So you're counterculture.
Well, counterculture to culture or whatever it's supposed to be called.
Counterculture culture.
Ugh. See, and there's just no see that right there. There's just no fucking escaping it. No matter what I do, you're just fucked anyway. It sucks, but whatever. Oh shit, the fucking recording went off. All right. I hope Geark
Goodbye,
and
OBS.
Craigman. Yeah, no whole I had to change the fucking device settings on there just a couple of minutes ago. And I thought I pressed record, but then I guess it didn't start. So
I thought I
oops.
pressed record, but I didn't.
No, I
Okay,
pressed go
well
live.
nah. Oh god, like it's you know what? Let's go ahead and start the show because I have something to say about it, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so one, two, a skiddly diddly doo. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Moecast. I'm your host, Mo Diggity, and today, of course, we have our co-hosts. Say hello and what's up to Riley. What's up, Riley?
Yo, what's good?
All right, all right, all right. And of course, Robin. Say what's up, Robin.
What's up? Hello.
Hey, hey, hey. Uh,
Hey.
yes. I don't know why I'm trying not to be so lethargic, like it's just been one of those days like I worked my ass off like 9 hours including the breaks and lunches at the usual shift at my job. And then my dad, was building a little porch with steps for the RV for my brother and his fiance, and I helped him like install it last night, like almost like 15 minutes right after work. And it's just my body has ached and ached and ached. Like, dudes, I hate being fucking 40 or over 40. It sucks. Don't get old. Don't like after 35, find a way to
You heard it here. If
cry.
you're encroaching 40, die.
Well, I
That's the
wanted I
Oh
official
wanted
yeah,
my
stance of the
okay,
Moecast.
no,
die
like
of
for
natural
real.
causes.
Yeah, dude, I wanted my fucking friends to put a bullet in me when I turned 30. And no one fucking adhered to my wishes. So here I am, old as shit. I fucking can't do a day's worth of manual labor without everything aching periodically. Like, here's the thing. It used to be like the extremities that I would use the most, like my back or my arms or my legs or something. Those would be the things that hurt. But since I don't do that anymore, since like everything's sort of a sedentary lifestyle nowadays, it's a sit down job. Sit down and drive, sit down and operate a forklift, sit down and dick around on your fucking work laptop. You know, when you do physical labor, everything fucking hurts like in waves. Like my feet hurt, then my legs will hurt, then my midsection will hurt, and I didn't do anything with my midsection. Then my back hurts, then my fucking neck hurts, then my arms and chest and fucking stomach hurts. And like this fucking sucks so much.
Yeah, like any amount of physical labor can cause just like this like shitty discomfort. Like there was a point because I have my IT position at work, which I think I might be taking a step back from soon. But there was a
Why?
it was too much. Like the company right now is like at a phase where they need a competent IT guy. Like there's some big shit going down, and I'm not ready to tackle it. So we kind of talked about me being like the assistant IT guy and hiring somebody who actually has experience in IT.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best idea right there.
But I set up a bunch of new computers, and what I had to do was like I would have to load up like a cart with like two monitors, the PC tower, computer or the keyboard, the mouse, all that shit. And I had to like push it down and then I had to hook it all up and like I would have to get on the ground to plug the shit in, the power cables, and it was like my legs and feet hurt from pushing the cart around, especially because I had a separate like toe injury. Like something had rubbed my pinky toe the wrong way, so it like hurt to walk at all. Cause like my pinky toe would hurt whenever I fucking took a step. So I was just like in agony this whole time,
You
fucking
might have
pushing this cart
diabetes.
around, hooking up computers. What'd you say?
Could be diabetes if it's your pinky toe hurting.
I might have diabetes. That is, Robin. I probably said this on the show before. The last time I went to the doctors was pretty recently, but the time before that, because of COVID, I didn't get to go to the doctors during COVID at all. The last time I had went to the doctors before like a month ago, I was 17. And when I went to the doctors when I was 17, they told me, "You are pre-diabetic. Honestly, I should probably just prescribe you the insulin now, but you're like right on the cusp. So like stop and then maybe you won't get diabetes." And 3 years have passed, and I have not stopped. And I just got blood work done, so we'll see what the result is soon. The Stay tuned. This is the Moecast cliffhanger. Stay tuned for the Riely
Will
diabetes
Riely lose his foot?
diagnosis.
Ugh. That's something I really freak out about, like getting old is like losing control of my extremities or like something happens or like cuz I used to be I'm still super durable. Like I can take a hit with the best of them. It's just that it hurts more now. And I'm having to fucking sit there and like the recovery time is fucking real. Like it used to be I would just sit back, chill out, and just fucking drink some whiskey, fucking do a couple of bong rips and just fucking chill. That's my recovery time. Bounce back like in an hour, or like 30, 45 minutes, depending on how strenuous everything is. Now it's like, dude, I need to take a day off from work or take it just a day off in general, not walk around, scratch my nuts, sit in the fucking pool, and just like beg the gods of body pain to spare my pathetic little Mo being just so I can function. And I fucking
Oh,
hate it so much.
But real quick, I do have an issue, a
You
story
have an
about a
issue.
physical, about like physical pain that was caused by exercise. But first, I would like to point out, Kang has joined the VC. Kang. Real quick, Kang.
I was
Is
going
your
to try and
profile
jump in.
picture? Is your profile picture Jesus as Robert Downey Jr. smoking a cigarette?
yep. Jesus Downey Christ.
Oh,
My
dude,
God.
nice. Dude, like my favorite fucking profile pic on Twitter is Robert Brownie Jr. And it's just his face put on like a big ass fucking brownie with the cigarette hanging from his mouth. It's like my favorite fucking thing.
Robert Brownie Jr. But anyway, you had mentioned a pool and we were talking about physical labor. I think like it's just you don't realize like if you're doing exercise that like you're kind of in a flow, you don't realize the pain it will cause down the line. Because when I went on vacation a couple years ago, there was a pool at the hotel, and I like swam a bunch. Like I swam for
You
hours.
swam? What
I
the fuck was that?
swam,
You swam.
swam,
I
No, you
swam.
swam.
I
no.
As-
swam in a twam.
Okay, so I'm not just fucking tripping out, really, Kang. I did fucking hear him say thwam.
I didn't say
Dude,
swam. I said
That's
you
a
fucking
yes.
swam.
loser.
That
You have a speech impediment. What a nerd.
Yeah, fuck your speech impediment, bitch. Get fucked.
Yeah,
But
Kang's laugh is confirmation. It always is. Whenever he laughs, that's a yes.
but okay, but
See?
I swam in the pool for hours, and then like that night I could not sleep because my arms were so fucking sore. It was off. It was unbearable. Just the sore arms. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swimming's some
being
of the best exercise you can get.
oh,
Like,
it's
but
it's
swimming,
so
swimming
fucking
is
great.
rough.
Yeah, it's so great. And being mortal is such bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
why
I,
can't
I
we be immortal? Like, for fuck's sakes.
if I were immortal and I still had to deal with pain, I'd be fine with it because I have literally all the time in the universe to get over it. But like, man, just it's fucking bullshit that I have to writhe in pain if like, oh god, sorry, I'm like fighting a burp. Um like another example was like one time I was stepping out from the box when I was living in the box, right?
I'm
Right.
glad
I
that's canon now, even by your own
Oh,
admission.
fuck you. All right, it's forced canon. I'm forced to make it canonical to Mo lore. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
Mo
to
lives
have
in
it.
a refrigerator box now. He's upgraded.
No, no, now I live in a fucking house like a normal boy. And now I'm a real person
No, no,
again.
no. Actually, you do live in a house like a normal boy, like a normal 10-year-old boy with mom and dad.
Okay, no, no, not anything. All right, first off, you could tell that I'm growing up because, like, just 5 years ago, my whole desk would be surrounded with knickknacks and dilly bops and doohickeys. And, I miss those. I have them packed away, but if I do that, very few of them, because, like, I went supreme man child for like the longest fucking time. It's like the meme says, like maybe you shouldn't laugh at me for like, being in my 30s and liking all this nerd shit when it's just now I've been able to afford it and enjoy it on another level besides passively through YouTube videos. Cuz what's cool? Fucking owning comic books is cool. And your tastes evolve. Like for example, like I only have like a couple of DC and Marvel comic books. Everything else is like Walking Dead, Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, Transmetropolitan, and all this like cool like. And I have more books now. And it's so fucking cool, and I really enjoy being older and I'm still able to enjoy the hobbies that I enjoyed in the past, but not as intensely as I did in my 20s and early 30s, though, which is kind of a shame because like when you get old, you do feel some things like going away from you, and you swear to yourself that'll never happen to me, but it's fine. It
Sure as
kind of
shit it happens.
yeah, and I'll go ahead and stop after this, right? There was a meme. It was like a not the Chad soy jack, but like a well, it was a soy jack with his friends. It was a picture of him, and then the next panel is him putting down the picture and seeing the old couch that they were all just sitting around on, playing fucking Halo or Marvel versus Capcom
Man,
2 and
that
stuff.
hits hard.
And, he's smiling and crying because, like, he like me, like, a lot of his friends are gone or dead. And, that really hit home. I had to take a minute because my friend died recently after I saw that pic. I was like, "Fuck, dude, that hurts."
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite memes is it's like a stick figure with headphones on sitting at a computer. It's like 2010 and he's just sitting there smiling at the computer. And then it's like 2022 and it's the same stick figure sitting at the computer with the headphones on, but now they're just frowning and crying.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's just
I
the
feel
same
that.
thing.
Dude, I totally feel that. Like, that's why, like, I try to step back from social media because, like, dude, if you go back, 10 years ago, like the way I feel now when I'm on the internet was not how I felt then. And I miss that feeling because like everything's just so full of hate and it makes you so sick in your heart, man. And there's just it's like it's gleeful hatred. Like this is the pinnacle, I think, of the internet, and I don't think that it'll ever get any better than that. And that's fucking really depressing.
It's like you guys ever play that game called Ace Combat?
I think you talk so much about Ace Combat. I swear to you, like it's like the last few episodes you've been on,
It's like
you've mentioned it at least once.
it's like hang on, but this is like the point I want to hammer across.
Yeah, all right, go ahead,
So
bud.
so in Ace Combat 5 in Mission 27, like this is a little spoiler.
Spoiler
Basic
for Mission 27 of Ace Combat 5, in case any
Oh
of you haven't
wait,
played it yet.
I think you told this story before, like about a month ago.
Yeah, I think I might have,
But go ahead.
but basically there's a little fucking song that basically they all gather around and sing as they're going in like every like every country that basically were fighting together and whatnot comes together to fight a whole other fucking country, and there's basically the song that goes with it called "The Journey Home." Dude,
Yo.
that is sometimes like how I would like feel when like the internet finally fucking decides to come together.
We'll come together and do what exactly? We don't fucking
Something
do.
stupid but amazing.
Yeah,
That's always when
it's.
the internet comes together.
Be
I mean,
be like
it's.
one
Sorry, go ahead.
fucking whole. It's like to be like one fucking whole community again.
I mean, it was. I think the last of it was. Occasionally, you'll see it like Morbin time was fucking funny, and it was sort
Mm-hmm.
of like you get those every once in a while, like because the internet memed a president into existence and into the White House.
That's
Uh,
Let's
true.
go, Brandon.
yeah, we fucking did something stupid called Gamergate that we just were just thinking, oh, this will last a couple of weeks, and it's still going on to this fucking day. Um, God, what else? Just like all sorts of like funny little like cyber ops and shit that like you occasionally will hear echoes about. And it used to be fun for the longest time, but unfortunately time marches on and makes fools of us all. Like it's like the people who used to like shit post during Gamergate when it was funny. those people are all either dead and gone or they're married and have children and shit. I think that's what freaks me out about getting older is like, even though like I've pretty much embraced my demise or life or whatever I'm supposed to call this, like it is kind of weird to watch like all my friends like go on the bat. I know it's like breeder conformity, eat, buy, consume, die, breed, make more customers and all this stuff. But uh, it's a little like bittersweet, I guess, or maybe that's might even be the wrong. Well, no, I think that is the right term for like how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's weird getting old, and I was thinking about that the other day. It's been on my mind. It gets on my mind off and on, and ugh.
Yeah, fuck time.
Dude, time is such bullshit. Like I I would I would gladly accept immortality, and here's why.
Whoa.
Because this is the funniest fucking thing, right? So I've been watching this new show called Sandman. It's based off of I think Image comic that was super popular back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and there was a bit that it was storyline where one of the Celestials, the Eternals, they call them in that one. They uh he's uh he's the brother to Death, and Death is his sister, and death can grant immortality and of course take your life away. So as sort of a lark, they granted this one dude in the bar who's loudly proclaimed, I am planning to never die. And so uh he gets his wish, and every 100 years him and the endless the Sandman meet in this fucking British pub. And every 100 years, he questions him. So, you ready to die? He goes, I've seen the absolute worst in everything. It was just disgusting. Do you have any idea how a man can actually starve without dying? And he goes, I know, man. So, would you like me to get my sister over here to wish death upon you? He goes, absolutely not. I'm just getting fucking
Yeah.
started. And so another 100 comes by. He owns the pub. Another 100 goes by. He owns a shipyard, and he's a part of the East India Trading Commission or whatever the. I think that's real, or I might be thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
Was
real
that
quick.
real?
I think
I'm
it was
sorry.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
I want to describe to you real quick. I don't remember if I've described this to you before, but you just reminded me of it. There is a small.
Just remind me of the spot that I was in because I was going to make a point and don't want to forget it.
Okay, my bad. I mean, you can keep going now, and then I'll go back to it.
Well, no, all right, all right. I'll finish up then. And so, like, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, and he's in modern times. He enjoyed the 1800s, the 1900s, and uh, then suddenly, we're in like modern times, which is like, I guess, for the sake of the argument, 2022, because that's when this show came out.
Mhm.
And he's just fucking pumping along, and I would love to experience that because now I have time and I can get the fuck out of off this fucking planet. Now like space exploration is a real thing. Hell yeah.
Space
That's
exploration
mainly
is
why I
sick.
want. Yeah, that's mainly why I want immortality. So I can get the fuck out of here. It would be great to be buried on another planet, or or my
Maddox Diggity. We have to get
or
off
my
this planet.
Oh, fuck off. I've always wanted to do that. Or have my ashes shot into space. Have a Spock or a Yondu fucking style funeral in space. I'd love that.
Okay, can I make my point now?
See, senor.
All right, so there's a very small fan comic that I found pertaining to Death Note that you reminded me of with that story of the Sandman. It's not entirely similar, but it's like a similar scope. So it takes place if Light had beaten Nier and just like been Kira forever. And it's Light as an old man, and he asks Ryuk to kill him. And then Ryuk does. And he wakes up in the Shinigami realm. He doesn't become a Shinigami like a lot of those fan theories. He's just like Light Yagami in the Shinigami realm. And Ryuk tells him the afterlife for somebody who uses the Death Note is you have to experience every death you caused. And for the lives, all the lifespans you took away is the amount of time you have to go through all the deaths you caused. And initially, Light is like horrified, obviously, because he's going through like the pain and suffering of dying several times. But then he's like, "Wow, that means I've got plenty of time. Come on, Ryuk, let's go see the Shinigami King." Like he has to go through a couple of deaths before he just goes right back to let me start scheming again. Let me fuck with the Shinigami King real quick.
Well, how does that work? Does he have the time in between the deaths he's caused, or the lifetimes of the people up until the point of their death?
Basically, I think like how they portray it in this fan comic, and I don't know, I doubt it's accurate to canon, but it's interesting. It's just like he walks around in the Shinigami realm and like he lives there, but like every minute or so he experiences the death that he caused with the Death Note while he was alive.
Be interesting if you're like learning how to dance and it's the fucking salsa, and you're like, "Dut, dut, 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 rock." Then you get up, "Dut, dut, 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 rock."
It's
That would
just
be
like
like kind of funny.
it's like the fucking melting thing from Doom, like whenever you're fucking like jibbing a demon. You know what I'm talking
What?
about, right? You know in Doom whenever you fire like in the classic Doom whenever you fire the fucking rocket launcher and the fucking demons like explode into little giblets.
No, but it sounds phased.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
now. I thought you were talking about the loading screen.
No, I'm not talking about the loading screen.
I don't know why I thought that.
Although that would be pretty fucking hilarious if that happened.
I definitely recommend checking out The Sandman. It's fucking good. Like it's like I didn't ever get to read enough of the comic when I was younger. But I did get to read a few issues of it, and what I read I thoroughly enjoyed. Probably because he kind of looks like Robert. Oh God, what was the Robert Smith? Yeah, he looks like Robert Smith from The Cure, and like he goes through like transformations of uh you know, Tears for Fears, lead singer from the 80s, then Trent Reznor, and then fucking Robert Smith from The Cure. Like he kind of like whoever wrote that comic and then wrote the show was a huge fan of like 80s music.
Wait, are you talking about, just out of curiosity, so I can pick the right show, because I'm actually really interested in this. Are you talking about the Sandman, the show that just came out, or Lucifer? Because I looked up Sandman comic adaptations, and it gave me both of those.
Oh, Sandman, the Netflix show that just recently came out.
Okay.
Ah,
I've
Are they
heard
doing like,
Lucifer's
are they
good
dropping
too.
it? Are they dropping it episode by episode, or do they drop a whole season?
Oh no, it's a whole season because it's Netflix. The Hulu and Amazon does the
Ooh,
episodic thing.
Well, Netflix has done episodic before. It's just they don't do it all the
They
time.
have?
I prefer episodic to be honest.
Uh, I think some shows are good episodic, like What We Do in the Shadows or The Orville. It's fucking amazing.
I
Done
tried.
in the episodic route.
There's no community when you do just binge drops like that.
I
Like you don't have
disagree
people
a little
doing
bit.
episode discussions or anything, you know?
Well,
I
like it.
tried. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, like it sort of depends. Like you find that primarily on YouTube, but I do have to say for like a lot of shows, I think showrunners have started seeing that, and we do have. I like the option of being able to binge watch a show, and I also like
Yeah,
being
that just
able
means
to just
wait a couple
watch.
months and then watch it all at once.
Yeah, well, that too, but if you're really into it, like What We Do in the Shadows or The Orville, then like I have something to look forward to. I have something to look forward to every week. You know, that's that because that's fun for me. like Better Call Saul. Like we're finally getting the
Exactly.
yeah. Like I don't think I think that would be fun to binge like multiple seasons of
I'm so
like
excited for Better Call
after
Saul.
after the show finally reaches its end. That's a real fun like binge watch. But initially I love the whole like watching one episode a week because it gives me time to think. I get to talk about it and all that. Like the binge watching communities, they're there, but they lose steam and
Well, and they've
fizzle out.
always been there. They've just been the people that waited until the whole thing came out and watched it all at once, you know? Which a
You
lot
I
of
see,
know,
people
but
don't
from
respect it, but
yeah, but the conversations don't last as long as the episodic ones do.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
okay,
Well,
you
and
Yeah,
see,
nobody talks
for
so
about anything except the finale, and that's all the only thing people talk about.
yeah, and that fucking sucks because like it's fun to like watch that, but then you get like a show like the Orville, and I know I keep dropping the fucking Orville because I'm the season ender just dropped last week, and it was a fucking really good one.
Like the
But
season of Better
is
Call
it coming
Saul is such a
back
good
for season
example.
4? Mo, do you know? Did they say it yet?
No clue. We have no idea. It's getting on Disney Plus right now, and
What, the
there's
Orville
already yeah,
on
and there's
Disney
all
Plus? Really?
yeah, because they're trying to expand upon they're trying to get more eyes on the product because Hulu's fucking great, but it only goes so far.
Yeah.
But my thing
Uh,
with the episodic thing, is I just like can't do it. Like I really don't. For some reason, like if I have to come back to something once a week, like I'll do it for a while and then I'll fall off. Like it happens with podcasts too. And I tried it once with like a show, and it just did not happen. Well, actually, it's 50-50 because I did do it with one show, but the other I like fell off hard. And then even that show, it was only for one season. Back in like 2020, this is like a guilty pleasure thing because it's kind of like gay. But I got really into the Disney Plus original series, High School Musical, the musical, the series
uh,
during its first season,
Uh,
and I watched it every week when it came out, and I got super into it. But then when season 2
we're in
finally came
high
out,
school. We don't know what we're talking about, but we want to affect world policy. Yeah. I'm playing. That's like
but
literally every high school like fucking ever, right?
but
We
yeah,
have opinions. Listen to us. We're young. Brr, 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 brr.
season 2 came out like 2 years later because of COVID delays, and like I watched episode 1, like pretty much like right before the season concluded. Like I didn't touch season 2 because I didn't have Disney Plus, and then I got a friend's Disney Plus, and I watched episode 1 of season 2, and I like struggled to get through it, and I never watched the show again because it's just like it's just I don't know, it was weird. But the other time I tried it was with yeah, fuck, speech impediments, folks. Um, with Miss Marvel, the MCU series that just came out this year. For the first like 3 or 4 episodes, I was like every week I'd be like, oh, let's see what Miss Marvel's up to today, because I really like the show. I thought the characters are written very well. I like Kamala Khan as a protagonist. I think that show was going pretty well, but I just like fell off hard.
I'm just waiting for season 2 of Moon Knight.
I heard they're like, are they doing that? I don't think it's confirmed. I think Oscar Isaac only
I
signed for like one season, and he's
I
like, yeah,
think
no,
they're gonna
fuck
do
off.
I
it.
hope to God they do it, yeah.
I still haven't watched it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I need to watch that, and I need to watch Prey as well because apparently, like, Predator's good again. Not great, but good again because of Prey. Because it washes the nasty fucking Alien versus Predator and the Predator's taste out of everyone's mouth.
Understandable.
I mean, I'd say Aliens versus Predator wasn't that bad. It could
I
have
mean,
been
like,
worse, though.
one was okay. I mean, like, it's kind of like one was okay and Prometheus was okay. The second that you get to the sequels for those respective movies, it's just the quality drops off just just greatly, and it's just fucking disgusting. Like AVP 2 is just fucking awful. and the second iteration of Prometheus 2 or whatever the fuck they call it sucked major sausage. It just was not good. And it kind of sucks because I just want I want better I want sequels to be better than the movie because it's tough but not impossible. Like the X-Men 2 I thought was better than X-Men. And what's another sequel? Well, all right, so like let's go around the horn here. King, what's a sequel to a movie or to a movie series that you liked more than the original?
I honestly, fuck, I would say maybe probably Transformers.
Transformers 2, you think Transformers 2 is better than the first Transformers?
I mean, in some aspects, yeah.
I'm not going to bag on you because, like, I liked it a lot more than I did the first Transformers. Because, like, the first Transformers, like, you could tell who the fucking Transformers are because they were brightly colored and all that, and you can tell who Megatron was, but you couldn't tell who anyone else was. And the only reason why you were able to tell who Megatron was because he was the biggest one. On number 2, they colorized a lot of them, and now they have more character-defining characteristics,
Yep.
and I
Yeah, but
really like
you're pretty
that.
much going like, what's better, the garbage barrel or the dumpster? You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, true. I mean, it's not like really a standard that I'm gonna like hawk to everybody. Well, since you want to speak up, Robin, what's an example for you?
Dark Knight's the second movie, right?
No, that's
Out of the Nolan trilogy?
It is. It's
Yeah,
the Batman
yeah,
Begins
yeah.
and then Dark
yeah.
Knight.
Batman
Yeah.
Begins, Dark Knight, and then Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight's so
Rises.
much better.
Oh yeah, I love the shit out of Batman Begins. It's really unappreciated, and like I thought that Liam Neeson plays a great Ra's al Ghul. Like the whole movie is actually fucking good. Like it's not Dark Knight good because like Dark
No, no,
Knight is
no.
like a creature in and of itself. Like it's you can't compare it to any other Batman movie because when people say the Dark Knight, they know exactly what you're talking about. They can instantly talk to you about their favorite scene and everything from there. But it's unfortunately preceded by Dark Knight Rises, which is the worst out of the three, arguably, and it has some really great spots in it. It's just the rest of it is just
It gave us
awful.
Bane posting, Mo. It's the
It's
best
like
movie of all
That's
I,
time.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Heath Ledger was the best Joker we've ever gotten.
Heath Ledger
Uh,
was pretty base, but I do like Jack Nicholson
yeah,
and
here.
Joaquin.
Yeah, I mean
Well,
that
and
it's
does
tough.
Mark Hamill count? Because if so, Mark
Oh,
Hamill.
Oh, Mark Hamill is the Joker. Like
Yeah.
that man is Joker in real life.
well, I guess we can't really like. I do like to separate the cartoons from the real movies because like I don't know which one out of the Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson Joker. I don't know out of those two, like who could possibly beat out Mark Hamill Joker or the
They
guy that
can't.
plays or the guys that played Joker after Hamill did, like John DiMaggio, Bender, the voice for Bender. He played Joker for Under the Red Hood, which is a fucking fantastic Batman movie. It's like I think my favorite animated movie. Not quite beating out Mask of the Phantasm though.
You guys don't
Mask of
think
the
Jared Leto
Phantasm
is
was
the
just
best Joker?
no.
You sure?
I'm absolutely positive Jared Leto fucking
if I
sucks as a Joker. I tried having an open mind about it because the Joker's an iconic role,
We
just
got
like
Margot Robbie
Batman.
Harley Quinn though, so we'll take that.
That's hot,
if
and
I'm
that's
also
good.
correct, in Under the Red Hood, didn't they get Jensen Ackles as fucking Red Hood?
Who's Jensen Ackles? No, wait, that's fucking
Dean
Dean
Winchester,
Winchester from
Soldier
fucking
Boy.
Supernatural. I have no idea.
Damn,
God,
let's
yeah,
cast real quick.
he is such a fucking great actor. Like everyone from Supernatural, I thought was extremely well done. I wish that we
Except the
got the
writers. Heyo. Got 'em.
Heyo.
Hey,
I kind of I don't know if there's ever been any crossover between like I would love to see the Winchester brothers team up with fucking Constantine. You know, if they have to, like, I would love to see them in like a Justice League Dark. That would be fucking awesome.
apparently,
Like,
from what I'm hearing, Jensen Ackles is going to be doing the new Supernatural series coming out, The Winchesters.
They're doing more of that shit.
Yeah.
God
I mean,
help
for
us.
well, like, didn't the CW get fucking bought out? And like the people who bought them didn't even make any money. They just acquired their fucking debt and their catalog.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I mean, I read that a few weeks ago, and you know, it's a real tragedy because the CW shows were like a lot of them were really really good. Even the ones I don't like, I'm very happy that Supergirl was a part of the team and all that stuff. But you know, it sucks that we like the Arrowverse. I think is exactly what I would want in an IRL sort of a show setting because
It's
I love
Stephen
Stephen
Amell.
Stephen
Stephen
Amell.
Amell. Yeah, he's such a fucking great Arrow. Like I God's honest truth can't see anyone else playing the Arrow. Who's the guy that plays the Flash?
Grant Gustin.
Grant Gustin. I can't see anyone else playing Flash other than him. Uh, the chick that plays Supergirl, I think she would be a great Supergirl.
Melissa Benoist.
Yeah. See, I don't know the names of everyone. The woman who played the first iteration of Batgirl, who like the show failed hard,
Kate Kane.
and she's such a fucking great actor. I think she was also in like I think she's in Fear the Walking Dead, and she's one of my favorite characters. She got a bum rap for like she got all the blame for the show sucking, and it's all the writers' fault. And it was also an extremely unsafe work environment. So when she's trying to do a basic stuff, they didn't have it correctly, and she fucking hurt herself, and it was considered a possible career ending fucking injury. And she's a great actor, and she doesn't deserve any of the hate she gets whatsoever. And it's sad to see that. The dude who plays Black Lightning's fucking awesome. I love him, and like I didn't really get to watch his show just because I never really got around to it. But what I've watched, I fucking enjoyed like immensely.
The
Like most of the
Arrowverse.
characters, yeah, the Arrowverse is great.
Okay. So the thing about the Arrowverse for me is like, it could be great, I suppose, but it's like they can't recapture the magic for me because now like once Arrow ended and once Supergirl ended, it became a very different universe, and it's like it can't recapture the magic for me. Like I think it's the same thing that's affecting the MCU for me right now. Is like I can
Yeah,
enjoy a lot of this shit in a vacuum, but the fact that like we're just seeing like the remnant piecemeal of like what used to be, and like all of the most iconic parts are gone. Like I think
Well, I'm
Arrowverse,
loving the MCU right now.
the Arrowverse peaked in the first team up between the main three shows, Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl, Invasion. That's when the Arrowverse peaked. When
uh,
fucking Barry and Kara had just met recently. Oliver's meeting Kara for the first time, and they fight a bunch of aliens with all of their fucking side characters. And that
hmm.
shit slapped. It was great, and that's where the Arrowverse peaked for me. Maybe the second crossover, Crisis on Earth X, was also very fucking good. But
Yeah,
those two things are like the peak.
yeah, I thought the Crisis on Infinite Earth's arcs was a lot better than the aliens the aliens lull one, like, which I thought was shitty. But the thing about that is,
The villain
remember the
sucked,
part?
but the
Yeah,
character
like I don't.
dynamics were fucking perfect.
Yeah, and here's the thing, because when the Alien show crossover thing was happening, Civil War, Marvel Civil War was happening, and they did a scene by scene comparison to the iconic one team of good guys lines up and then the other team of people fucking line up, right? Like if you remember the big fucking fight between all the Arrowverse good guys and then the line of fucking aliens. Uh
Yes.
that that spot, that whole fucking scene looked a ton better than the scene where they tried to recreate that in Civil War. And Civil War was just bad. It had a good like last act, but like the rest of the show kind of sucked.
The
The
thing
rest of
for
the movie kind of sucked, I thought.
Okay, so Invasion, I think I'm like misremembering quality. Invasion was good, but the best Arrowverse crossover and the best thing that come out of the Arrowverse in general, objectively, I say objectively in a pretentious manner. This is my opinion. But Crisis on Earth X, the one where they fight the Nazis from the parallel Earth,
Yeah,
that shit, that
yeah,
was the best one.
yeah, it was like it turns out Oliver Queen, you are the Nazi, yeah.
Oliver
You
Queen,
know, like,
Oliver Queen
they were it was
succeeded Adolf Hitler. He was the Führer.
yeah, they were the Nazis. It's like in the original series of Star Trek. You could tell that the fucking who the bad doppelgangers are because they had fucking mustache, they had goatees. It was a joke that's in South Park, and it's still like relevant to this day because people love to reference like we didn't have a whole lot
Yep.
of money then, and we had no way of actually differentiating the villain from the good guys from the bad doppelgangers. So we just gave them fucking we shot their scenes like that. Spock, you've got to go T. You've got to go down, bitch.
Yeah, there was a lot of that in Crisis on Earth X, but there was also a lot of great character work. Like I don't know if you remember Mo, the scene where so Oliver Queen's best friend from season 1, Tommy Merlin, who dies in the season 1
Mm-hmm.
finale, the Nazi version of Tommy Merlin shows up and they capture him in the pipeline, the flash jail. And him and Oliver have like a moment where Oliver like tries to pull out like this level of humanity that he feels like is inherently within Tommy Merlin regardless of circumstance. Like he tries to like get through to him, and then Tommy Merlin's like, "I'm not gonna betray my country, fuck you," and then bites a cyanide pill and kills himself.
Yeah. Um,
That shit
I
was
gotta say,
powerful.
Hell
dude,
Hydra.
dude. Oh man. Agents of Shield did Hydra fucking just spectacularly. I love the shit out of Agents of Shield. That's I think that is my favorite Marvel show, and that
Oh,
and
have you watched the new
WandaVision.
ones?
I think it's called Sword or something like that.
Because I mean, Loki was fantastic.
Oh, Loki's okay. It's just it
Okay.
gets well. Well, hold on a sec. It gets it's just kind of boring to me. Like I can watch it
Uh,
again. Well, no, like I watched the entire thing. I think I've watched every episode twice, but like there's really high spots in it. But like I'm just not buying Owen Wilson's fucking acting in this role at all. Like I
I
don't
thought
see
it was
like
amazing
I thought it
seeing
was
Owen
good.
Wilson in like a more serious role.
Yeah, it was kind of good, but like it's universe breaking. The problem with Loki is it breaks the fucking all the rules of the universe. They have fucking they have infinity stones as fucking paperweights and shit, and nothing you can't do magic here, and everything magic is just nullified. It's like the biggest fucking nerf to the universe. Now I loved the ending, like the last two or three episodes, like right around the time where uh Loki and female Loki are on the train. That's when the show really started to pick up for me, and I started
That was about
enjoying
halfway
it.
through, wasn't it?
About halfway through, yeah. Because I love the part where he's just singing on the fucking train. Because it's Loki. I love the character Loki. And I don't hate the show. It's just, it takes a while to get past it. Whereas
I
with
think it's
WandaVision.
my
Oh,
big
sorry, go
thing is being a Doctor Who fan and like being so burnt out from fucking Chris Chibnall and his writing, and
ahead.
finally like getting good
Doctor
time
Whom
travel shenanigans.
Doctor
Like,
Whom
Don't
seems
interrupt.
wacky.
no, go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Doctor Who seems fucking like wacky. Like I can't imagine getting into Doctor Who.
I
Like
love Doctor Who.
it seems so insane.
It really is insane. I could talk for like days about Doctor Who,
Should do
but
When
like
like
we,
a 4 hour like whiteboard lecture.
way longer than that. I could do like I said, I could literally for days on end just start rattling shit off about Doctor Who and how cool it
Fair.
is.
I
But
would love like a PCP style lecture, Doctor Who lecture from you, Robin. I think that would be quite entertaining.
yeah,
And
new
we'll
Moecast
finally do
episode.
the Moecast takes Florida someday, and that's when we'll do the Robin Doctor Who
Mm-hmm.
lecture.
Dude, I would love to come out for that.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun if we can get a little bit more traction on the show. Like live shows are totally a possibility. But
Dude,
I could still we could do
we gotta get special guests like Chrissy Mayer and Brittany Venti, bro. That's all we gotta do.
I don't know about live shows are definitely in the cards too, but like that's definitely much farther out. But just like we were talking about the PCP lectures, like RadCon, where we just like all gather in the same place and just like record a bunch of garbage nonsense, and like Robin Doctor Who lecture and like a live
yeah,
Mocast and like other shit.
yeah, I'm totally down for something like that. As far as getting Chrissy Mayer and Brittany Venti over here,
yeah,
I
that
think that's
sounds
above our pay grade. I don't think we can get them, and
and also
you
I think
know.
I'd rather neck myself. So
But
Well,
y-
think of it this way: all we just gotta do is hire a porn star, and we can probably get some traction.
Just like a porn star who does like escort work, but instead of having sex, we just pay her to like be in our podcast.
uh, oh,
So
you
when do
know,
we get dick sucking?
it's like we don't. All right, just stand over there. I'll give you your money later on. Okay, we're trying to do a
No,
show
no,
here.
no, you're jerking off our audience with your voice.
I can already see the reviews now. 10 out of 10. I came to the.
10 out of 10, jacked off, epic.
I'll, I see just like 1-star reviews. He came over here. I came to this fucking stupid show. The prostitute wouldn't even fucking touch me. Didn't get my dick sucked once. Fuck these guys. This fucking sucks, man. Like I was told that I was going to
Hire
get
a prostitute
laid.
to tease people, just like not fuck anybody.
Like 0 out of 5. Don't go to these shows, man. It's just a giant prick tease. I didn't get any fucking thing.
It's like, come on, I'm half Hodge here. Get me off.
Like, no, dude, go jerk off, you fucking weirdo.
Go and
But
fucking shatter this or some
anyway,
shit.
talking about Loki, yeah, like the ending was really great. I think if I compare it to like say WandaVision had me hooked like the first episode. And because I really like Wanda Maximoff and Vision and that whole thing. And then the gimmick is like she's living her life in all the TV shows uh that she watched as a kid with her parents because they're in a war torn I guess insert stand-in for Ukraine here in the Ukrainian equivalent to the Ukraine in the Marvel universe, I guess. Like I think that it's supposed to be like an Eastern European country that they're from. I mean, I know that Magneto is well. I guess they retcon the shit out of that out there, huh? No, I think about. I guess Magneto. Well, yeah, because they didn't have the rights to the X-Men when they made these shows. All right, so in the comics, Magneto bangs this chick, and she pops out fucking Wanda and Peter, and Peter's Quicksilver, and Wanda's fucking the Scarlet Witch is the Scarlet Witch. And so they paid homage, to that, and in the WandaVision show. And after they got past the gimmick, it actually got better and better and better. Like the dude who plays Vision is a fantastic actor. Like being like real here, if I go back and I look at the times where he's like heavy in when his Vision heavy, like when he's in the room with Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. and all that, he acts right at their level. He's fucking fantastic, and it's Vision's kind of a bit role up until like I think Infinity War is
I would say
really
almost
what he
up
starts coming.
until WandaVision, really.
You think
And
so?
they like do
Okay.
not take him seriously, I feel like.
Yeah, it fucking sucks too because he's such a fantastic actor. And so, like, if there's ever a Marvel show I really, really like emphatically recommend, it's definitely WandaVision.
I
I
heard
did
some
really
mixed
like
shit
Moon Knight
about
as well.
WandaVision.
What'd you say, Robin?
I really liked Moon Knight.
God, I want to go see Moon Knight. I'll probably start it tonight.
It's so good. It's so different because like just the theming of it is different than we've had in MCU. Like getting
It's kind of crazy. I remember Moon Knight in the comic books, but I'd never read anything about that character like on a solo, like in a solo fucking issue, right? It
yeah,
was
because
all
in it's always in crossovers because you can put Moon Knight
yeah,
fucking anywhere. Yeah,
yeah, and because
and
so
I
I
hope we
didn't.
start to put Moon Knight in everything. I hope he's in every Marvel movie now. Like
I think we should just say fuck it and just put Morbius in everything and just get it done
yeah,
and over with. Because like
yeah.
we have no other Morbius. Like who else plays Morbius?
the
Like
new the
it's
new the new film new Marvel Studios film, a Wong and Morbius.
oh god. I still gotta watch. I want to watch Shang. Is it Shang Chi or
I
Shang
believe it's
Li?
Shang-Chi.
Shang Chi.
Shang-Chi?
All right, yeah. Because everyone's like, look at this piece of shit fucking action, quote unquote, scene. And I watch it. I was like, dude, this is fucking good. I love this stuff. Like, Doctor Strange is kind of cool, but I'm also bored by him because I don't think Benedict Cumberbatch is that good of an actor. I think he's got some really, really great chops and he's good in some roles. But as far as
I think
him
he
being
surprised me in that role, to be honest.
No
it's
lie,
not
no,
bad. It's
no.
it's not it's not bad. I'm just I don't know. Like I look at the dude playing Captain America, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, and all. Uh, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Which I'm being honest here, Black Widow movie not nearly as bad as everyone says it is because it's a stupid popcorn flick. Like if you're really like it's you kind of know right off the bat that you're going to get a big heaping pile at the very like the first couple of scenes in the movie. So like, well, all right, I'm here for the ride. Fuck it, might as well just enjoy it. And I enjoyed it. I didn't hate the movie. I mean, fuck, I love schlock, and I've seen some really terrible schlock like Civil War, the worst Marvel movies fucking out there. And I've watched Civil War maybe like 7 or 8 fucking times with like multiple people, and more than a few times by myself.
Maybe I got rose tinted glasses on Civil War because when it came out, that shit was hype as hell.
What was it? One more time.
When Civil War came out, that shit was hype as hell. So maybe I've just got rose tinted glasses when it comes
Well,
to it.
like I think what it
I haven't
is for
rewatched
me,
it in a long time.
I think what it is for me is that I was still remembering how disappointed I was with Age of Ultron because Age of Ultron was kind of a turd. And like it was a big letdown. Like the fucking trailer for Age of Ultron was so fucking cool, and you got Oh god, what's
James
his
Spader.
fucking name? Thank you, David Spader. Playing
James Spader.
Oh,
Albert Spader.
James Spader. I don't know why I said David Spader. I think I'm thinking of some random ass Adam Sandler
David
movie.
Spader.
David Spader. I'm Ultron. There are no strings on me. But anyway, yeah. So I'm fucking like super hyped for it, and like I'm halfway through the movie, and the part where he's talking to Wanda, and he puts his like one of his copies of him puts his hand through the other previous non-dipped adamantium one, rips him apart, and goes stronger. I'm like, okay, yeah, this movie's gonna be bad. It's like
Yeah,
because
but James
I get
Spader, you know, it's the
yeah,
blacklist thing, right? Like the blacklist sucks poo poo, but we get James Spader.
I know. This last season of Blacklist was fucking good. I think it sort of redeemed itself for the turd
I
that was that
I
last
don't think I've
season.
watched the latest season. I think
You should totally watch it. It's fun.
I'm sure it's always fun because again, James Spader. We just more James Spader. That's
Oh
really all
yeah.
I care about. Like he just makes everything better. Like he can polish his shit, really.
Yeah, I would love to see like Spader, Hemsworth, uh oh god, who else? Vision and maybe Iron Man, you know, Robert Downey Jr. I'd love to see them like do a movie for like an hour and a half, like a comedy movie. I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh man, well, like
A
I think
tight
one of my
90
favorite,
minutes.
I think one of my favorite shows was Boston Legal because him and William Shatner work so well together. Like it's a coupling you had no idea existed, and then when you saw the first like couple of minutes of it, they're like, "Dude, I need more of exactly this." Have any of you seen Boston Legal before?
No, I don't watch a lot of movies, to be totally
Oh, it's a
honest.
TV show.
Oh, it's a TV show. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, how old
yeah,
is it? Is the problem?
oh, it's like mid 2000s.
Oh, okay. It's not that old then, huh?
Yeah, it's got William Shatner and Spader in there, and,
2004. Okay.
think so.
I
Um,
actually. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I might have caught a few episodes of this.
yeah, like the TLDR is, they both work at a law firm, and Diddy Crane, William Shatner's fucking character, is basically what if Captain Kirk, but a lawyer, which I fucking love, and so
Captain
every
Kirk,
once in a while,
but a
yeah, it's
bureaucrat.
well, no, he's not a politician, he's a lawyer.
Yeah, I know, but
All right,
Said
well,
bureaucrat, not Democrat.
yeah, I know he said bureaucrat. I heard that the first time. Riley.
yeah, Riley, you perfectionist
Riley, why
motherfucker.
don't you like the MCU right now?
It's not that I don't like the MCU right now. It's just like the MCU felt like this powerful combined force in the phase back when it was like the Spider-Man movies and like Infinity War and shit and like that era. But now it's just
Man,
like a
I
bunch of
hated
separated
that
shit.
era.
You're dumb.
Especially like I think it was when Infinity War came out. I was like, man,
Infinity War is so fucking sick. They made such great use of so many characters, and everything felt connected in such an amazing way, and it had that big emotional ending with fucking Tom Holland doing like the craziest method acting I've ever seen.
uh,
Like
yeah, because they really did turn to ash. Like all of them did. It was fucking crazy, and
in
somehow they
real
brought them
life.
back.
No, but like it doesn't matter that they brought them back. I had this argument with Jason too. It's still emotionally fucking impactful
I
when
don't know,
Peter
man.
Parker begs for his life in his surrogate father's arms. It's like, please, no, please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
I think my
It's
big problem is that like the movie's in basically fucking grayscale. What the fuck were they doing? What?
what do you mean? That
Why?
movie was colorful. What do you
It was
what?
not colorful. It
I
was
gotta
so
disagree,
not.
Rob. There was a ton of like colorful
What are
stuff
you
in there.
talking? I gotta show you guys some
The
pictures here, and
the
you're gonna be like,
fight,
"What are you talking about?"
no,
I
like
think you might
the
be
fight.
mixing up Infinity War with Endgame because Endgame was
Endgame,
kind of grayscale.
Endgame was worse, but
Yeah,
it was
and
still really
Endgame was
bad in Infinity War.
and Endgame wasn't as good as Infinity War, mainly because like you know what the ending is gonna be. and I have a problem with that. I didn't enjoy that at all, and I didn't like the stupid fight where uh, Hawkeye and uh, fuck, what the fuck is her name? Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Black Widow.
I hated watching them fight to see who's going to sacrifice themselves. I thought that was stupid. But
No,
like
the
the
suicide fight, that was fucking awesome. That was a
I didn't
great
like
scene.
I thought that was so dumb and hokey. Like the part, like, because it doesn't mean, because I don't care about like, well, I don't know, like I didn't care like whoever sacrificed themselves, because I assumed that they would have just brought Black Widow fucking back, and for some reason or another, they still haven't brought her fucking back, even though Scarlett
They can't get brought
Johansson's
back
like,
if they get sacrificed for the Soul Stone. That's like the one thing you don't come back from.
oh, that's so fucking stupid. It's like there's never a fucking rule you cannot break in the Marvel universe. Loki showed us that.
I mean, for sure, you can always bring somebody back.
Well, yeah,
In
especially now after the end of Loki. Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody can come back anytime ever now.
I think, aren't they courting Robert Downey Jr.? I feel like I keep reading about him like considering it to
I don't
just
think he
come
wants
back.
to come back.
Yeah, he's
I
got
don't think he wants to come back
millions and millions.
either. But like, if the check is right, the check clears, you know.
Yeah, I like
And
that we're moving away from like
didn't Downey do voice work for What If?
probably what if's really good.
I know Tom Holland didn't, which is weird, but I believe that Robert Downey Jr. did.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the state of the MCU right now more than ever.
I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Like I'm not trying to down it or anything like that. Like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on it, because I'm going to recognize that even during its so-called peak, there was a lot of shit that I didn't like about the peak Marvel Universe stuff, and now we're sort of at that is this going to be good, or isn't it going to be, or is it going to be shit sort of uh, uh I guess point on this new Marvel universe, and I'm willing to keep an open mind and check it out. And I'm hoping it's going to be good. Like I hope it ends up turning out really really well.
Yeah, I like multiverse shenanigans.
I do too.
I love
I
Kang the Conqueror.
I haven't seen King the Conqueror yet. Is that a movie?
No, Kang the Conqueror is the guy at the end of Loki.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
The fucking crazy guy, the fucking Time Lord?
Yes, yeah. That's Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, shit. I guess I'm not familiar with that character at all. I thought he was just some like dude who went fucking
This is
nuts.
our big bad of the current phase, pretty much, is Kang the Conqueror, which
Oh, okay,
is great.
okay. Anyone else love the fucking animated clock in Loki? I don't know why. It's just maybe it's the southern accent and the animated clockiness of it all. I think it's kind of cool. Like I love characters like that. I think it's really neat, especially in the Marvel universe. But I'm hoping maybe that we'll get something real good out of this one. Hopefully, it won't turn out to be shit or anything. But I'm not hating everything that everyone else hates, and that's a good sign, because like I'm actually a little bit cautiously optimistic as to where this next big phase of Marvel goes. Multiverse of Madness was pretty good. I guess maybe I'm just not so enthusiastic about Benedict playing Doctor Strange. I don't know why. I guess maybe I'm having trouble seeing him
Did
playing
you
him.
watch Sherlock? Was that a thing that happened to you? Did you watch Sherlock like as it was coming out?
No, I didn't get to watch it, and
Okay.
I remember
Because I was gonna
when.
say, I understand maybe a little bit if that's what happened. Because man, what a fucking disappointment that whole show was.
Yeah, because like didn't they were already about to take a year off just to finish the rest of the season, and didn't COVID happen?
What, for Sherlock? It
I
ended
think so.
well before COVID, right?
Ah,
My
fuck.
perception of time is completely skewed.
I remember everyone loving Sherlock and then everyone loving this one episode. And they're like, well, that's going to be it for the show for a long time.
Yeah,
So
it ended
everyone get your.
2017.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. So,
No, it was
yeah,
just
didn't it?
bad.
Oh, was it?
Uh, well, it just had like these weird problems where it was like they want us to be invested, like they don't know what they want us to be invested in, right? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like if none of the mysteries in the show are mysteries that the viewer can solve, and it's pretty much always like, ah, well, I am Sherlock and I saw things that we didn't even show on screen that are true. And I'm
Oh,
like,
I hate that.
yeah, it's like at least make it a little believable. But then they want us to be invested in the characters, maybe, but like they kind of develop like shit.
Ugh. You know what I really hate when a show does this? And this is often done for pickpocketing scenes. Like, uh, you'll see like a person passing another person, right? And nothing looks like it happened, but once it goes back to the inevitable, well, what was significant about him, like this person walking past this other person, and you see like the dude's arm flailing up and down, but sneaking the fucking little object in the person's fucking pocket, and then you rewatch the other stuff, like there's no movement to that. Okay, that just bothers the fuck out of me. I hate it.
Yeah, it definitely does a lot of that stuff. The funniest thing I think in Sherlock is they had the whole like Sherlock died thing. And then they were like there was speculation for like however long in between seasons of like how will Sherlock live through this. Uh and everyone had like all these explanations and like there were fan theories and stuff. And then the show comes back and it's like they have like these characters who are like like in universe fans of Sherlock, and they're all wondering how it happened. And Sherlock's basically just like the explanation in universe is like, who cares how he survived? You're stupid if you're
Oh,
theorizing why he survived.
oh yeah, that's just lazy writing.
Yeah, and it's like what?
You question us, you're a fucking idiot. Get fucked.
I'm
Yeah,
so
well,
sick of
it's
writers.
making fun of people who are theorizing about it, and it's like, why? You need to explain it.
Yeah, because like if your show sucks and your explanation is who cares, get a life, nerd.
Yeah, who
Fuck you.
cares?
I'm
It
done with the
happened.
show. Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
then they bring around like his secret sister and like some weird. It got real weird at the end.
uh, I know everyone loved the Sherlock movies because I thought who played Watson with Robert Downey Jr.? I forgot who it was,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, it was like everyone was like, dude, everybody before like before it was popular to do so in media, everyone was literally shipping uh Watson and Holmes together because
Oh
apparently
yeah,
that
it was
was
Jude Law.
Jude Law. Yeah, dude, everyone was gay for Jude Law for Watson Sherlock OTP because everyone wanted that. Like the second Sherlock movie, I'm getting married, Sherlock.
Are they
Everyone in the
perfect little
fucking
gay boys like Light and L?
more or less, yes. Like there's like sometimes the sexual tension you can cut it with a knife, and everyone's all like they're expecting them to just like make out on a fucking train or for like Sherlock to start like rubbing Jude Law's fucking knee like real sensually. It's or like a here bend down and let me dry your hair or let me wash your feet basically.
Let me dry your feet.
Yeah, yeah, it's like it's exactly that level of sexual tension, and everyone fucking praised it and wanted it. Like, I know homophobes that fucking wanted them to be gay because it made sense to them.
Like, it's like,
And
you know
like,
what? I don't like gay people, but these guys, come on.
oh yeah,
Now
like everyone.
it didn't make sense in the show. Like not really. Like it was because like Watson had a girl, Sherlock had the whole thing going on. Moriarty was extremely queer coded. That dude was gay. Moriarty was super gay.
Uh,
Love
Like
the term queer coded.
he was like you've never seen a gayer man on TV than fucking Sherlock's Moriarty.
One of the guys from The Expanse, I think the one that in the first season you see him leading the Belters. He plays Moriarty in the Sherlock Holmes movies, and I think he plays the fucking best Moriarty. Like, he's fantastic. Because Moriarty's kind of like the stand-in for like Jack the Ripper and basically all the worst like intelligent bad guys that Sherlock Holmes ever fucking faced.
I really liked the TV show's Moriarty, where he was like extremely flamboyantly gay, like very clearly written as a gay man, but also like batshit fucking crazy. Like this dude like yells and screams. Like he clearly has like a thing for Sherlock, which is unreciprocated. But oh my god, like it's such a good character. They like killing him off was a fucking mistake.
So I haven't seen Sherlock. I probably should watch it. Is Moriarty like a bad guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's the main bad
he's like
guy.
yeah, he's like the Joker to
I was
Batman,
gonna say like
basically.
Joker is the other perfect example of like the bad guy who totally wants to fuck the main character.
Yeah. No, it really is like that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean the books are good. Um, but they're just a good jumping off point for all the shit that we've gotten in media of Sherlock. Because it's a slog going back and reading like the Arthur Conan Doyle fucking books.
Did you know that when he originally when the author for Sherlock Holmes originally killed off Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty,
And Moriarty, the cliff.
yeah, yeah, he got so much hate for that and death threats and shit like that. He was practically forced to bring him back. And I kind of like the death scene with him and Moriarty in the movie, but it wasn't as good as it was in the book. But I'm also not going to complain either because it's like different set of standards and all that.
Yeah, because like yeah, it was supposed to be the last book. Moriarty was written for it was the final problem, and it was supposed to be the last book, and the intended ending is like this dude shows up who's like the most clever person that's ever gone up against Sherlock Holmes, and then yeah, the ending is they both die. Like they Sherlock throws himself off a cliff with Moriarty. But of course, yeah, all the fans started writing into him and being like, "You can't
Is that
end
a
it,"
JoJo
you know.
reference?
With which part?
He sacrifices himself to defeat Moriarty. Doesn't one of
Yeah,
the
it does.
Joe Stars do that to Dio?
Um, yes, kind of.
Yeah, it's like that.
I think
See,
I
I
think he
was
was
don't
dead
don't
anyway.
gaslight me into thinking I'm stupid. I was right.
Well, no, it was just like what it certainly could be. Depends on what you mean.
Yeah, when the Joestar guy sacrifices himself to beat Dio. It's like that.
Yeah,
The
well, he was
JoJo's
he was
reference.
dying anyway.
Mm.
It was just like in his final moments, he like got a death grip on Dio's head.
I still haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched a single episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because
I
I got
watched the
like a
first two
million.
when they were gay, so I never went back to it.
It's
Like
so good.
I got like a million people telling me skip season 1, just watch season 2.
No,
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 watch
don't skip
season
season
1.
one. Don't skip
It's like
season
the
one.
yeah, it's like everyone telling you that if you're gonna go watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, just skip season 1 because it's incredibly stupid. Like, no, it's fucking awesome. You get to
It's
see
not
all
that it's
sorts of
awesome, it's
shit.
just that it's very important to the story. And it's so short that like why wouldn't you read or watch it? It's so
Yeah,
short. It is the shortest part of JoJo by a lot.
yeah, and besides that, like I'm the type of guy that has to watch everything about it, or else it's gonna fucking bother me, and it's gonna make me feel like I watched the show that was it was just incomplete.
Oh man, you're gonna have a lot of Doctor Who to watch then.
Oh God, yeah,
You're
I
gonna start
know.
all the way from the fucking beginning. Good God help us. I haven't even watched all of Classic Who.
I'll have to check it out. I still haven't watched all of the original series yet. Oh,
What, Star
Star
Trek?
Trek.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
figured you
Star
meant Star
Trek.
Trek. Yeah.
But it was because I got into all that like with Next Generation. I think that's where my heart lies for the entire series is Next Gen.
Yeah, but have you heard of Deep Space Nine?
Oh, of course, of course. Original series, Deep Space Nine, fucking, I think is Captain or Commander Cisco. Like he's like, I think the first black captain, or like at least person of significant importance in the Star Trek universe. Well, like him and Uhura, like because as progressive as the Star Trek series is, it took them a long time to get the black people, and we finally get Cisco as like I think the commander of the fucking space station. And Deep Space Nine is so fucking good. It can drag on a little bit, but you get Ferengi lore, and you get other
Mm.
you get other alien species lore in there. Like that's the
I
biggest lore
fucking
heavy thing.
love Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, but I think my favorite out of all of them has got to be Voyager because I love Captain Janeway, and like everyone on the on board. I love the crew. Like it's fucking fantastic, and a lot of people shit on Janeway and on Voyager because it makes me feel like not enough people watched Voyager. They all skipped Voyager and went to Enterprise, which is a steaming
Yeah.
pile of shit. And then I haven't watched Discovery because I don't need people like telling me, this doesn't belong to you. This is new Trek. Like really, like what really soured me was fucking fucking who's the asshole that directed it?
Which one?
Uh
Which one? Directed which one?
oh nine nine director. Sorry everyone who's listening. J.J. Abrams. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
J.J.
I
Abrams.
do not like J.J. Abrams' style. I think the thing about Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Wars, you can do the big flashy fucking expensive graphics, great fucking backdrops and stuff, and you can do it like in a great way, right? Like episode 3, first fucking scene you get is Obi-Wan and Anakin flying around, and then all of a sudden you get the big ship, the big battleship passing them. The next thing you see is this gigantic fucking space battle unfolding over the fucking planet, and it looks fantastic. It looks beautiful because Star Wars can do that. You can't do flashy graphics and everything with Star Trek because like the beautiful thing about Star Trek about the series is it's supposed to look like you only have 50 bucks in a shoestring fucking budget for the fucking set because it looks good when it's cheaply made when it's like when it's done with like great fucking a great film quality 60 fps and all this shit. You get new Trek, and that's what I feel like the way that I guess the way that it's that Babylon or the middle 2000s Battlestar Galactica, the way that that was filmed is sort of the way that Discovery's filmed, and it's off-putting to me because I kind of want that like watching ER live. Like anyone remember ER, Emergency Room? It's like it's what shot George Clooney's career into the fucking stratosphere.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need like it looks good, like when it looks cheap. once you put the flash and the graphics and
Dude, you're gonna
the
love Doctor Who then once I get you into it.
yeah, see, I know what it looks like, and I
It
look
looks
forward
like
to that.
hot garbage.
Yeah, I fucking love it. Like, like if you look like you just stapled the fucking arm
It
to your
looks
fucking
so
jacket
bad.
on there, and you're like, "Hark, pylon, go over there. You must save us, Doctor Who." I know very little of the lore, but what I've seen of it so far, it's fucking great. But
Like
it's
the new-
yeah, because, you know, you don't get the jacket here if you take a show like Doctor Who or Star Wars, we find it and get it, it's not a movie. uh, It's you get like got to set 79 for Star Wars and Discovery and I just
That's for a long time.
yeah,
No,
Oh my god, dude,
like
JJ, because that's how I first like watched JJ Abrams stuff was Lost. Man, I because the other day I watched that there's a Billiam on YouTube is making a like a Lost retrospective, and so he did a retrospective. It was like 3 hours just for season one, and then there was like a 6 hour video for seasons two and three of Lost. And Lost is just so fucking wacky, man.
yeah,
It's so
because
stupid.
there's a lot that you have to pay attention to, and then later seasons it retcons the fucking
You
thing
get
out of
no
there, and
payoff.
yeah, you get no payoff whatsoever. And the end of the thing is like, oh, it's the dream of one of the guys that
No,
was
no, no. The
dying.
the ending is it's magic.
Oh,
It,
I thought it was the final moments of one of the dudes who was dying. Those were his final moments.
no, no. The ending is like is all magic, dude.
Really?
Pretty much. That's because the
I
whole
mean,
time they're like it's not purgatory. The island is not purgatory. They just keep saying it over and over. And then whenever you ask like J.J. Abrams or anyone who worked on the show, like, how did this thing happen? They just say magic.
oh god.
I love that show so much, but it is hot trash. But it's like
dude,
the best
I can't
kind.
wait for the new Lost show, Found. It's gonna be epic.
Uh,
Because it's
god,
all just
I hate that show.
extraordinarily hot actors. They're all hot. Every single
Yeah.
person on Lost is smoking.
Yeah,
And
like
the
the
drama's good, but all the mystery sucks, but in the
yeah,
best
from
way.
like 2000 on 2008 or 9, like all you had was like terrible actors, but all of them were hot. Like Saw 2 is like the biggest example of that. I'm just a 17-year-old fucking football player. Like, dude, you have a fucking 5 o'clock shadow and you obviously look 28. Like, be real here. Like, you look like you're deep in the throes of an alcohol bender, man. Like,
They were
fuck
they
out of
were
here.
all good actors, by the way. Like Evangeline Lilly, great.
Oh, and Lost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jack sucked. I don't even know who the actor for Jack is. I know he beat his wife and got canceled. So
I know one of the dudes who kind of the big, I guess
Matthew
like
Fox, that's his name.
the big long hair dude that looks almost exactly like Esfon.
No, big long hair dude. Oh, you're talking about Hurley.
Yeah, I don't know if he's Hawaiian or Hispanic or something like that. Like
His
because like
name's what's his name in real life? I'm so close. George Garcia.
oh okay yeah he kind of
Yeah.
looks like Esfon TV to me. He's a
Yeah, a little
stringer.
bit.
Yeah, so he looks like that guy a little bit. Yeah, I know a few of them have had acting gigs after the show, but
A lot of
after
them are on like Hawaii Five-O because a lot of them didn't want to leave Hawaii after. Like they were there for so long and they were like, we really like Hawaii.
oh, I bet it's probably like
A
a
lot of them hated it because you couldn't leave Hawaii. They wouldn't because it was such a secret what was gonna happen. They wouldn't let you know like what episodes you were going to be in or like what role you're going to be. They wouldn't even let you know if you were going to die. So you were just stuck on Hawaii, and like if they didn't need you for an episode or however many episodes, you'd just be waiting for them to call on you to go like, "Hey, come to set." Like it's so fucked up how they filmed that show where they were just held hostage pretty much on Hawaii.
There's worse places to be held hostage at.
It's fucking hot, man. I bet all the sweat was just real sweat that all those actors had.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. Because that's what you get when you're like right on the water. It's all that humidity. And you're in the middle of the ocean too. Like, how close to the equator is Hawaii?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and I don't really care to find out.
I
Oh,
love that like Evangeline Lilly hated Lost because of the fucking love triangle with fucking Jack and Sawyer, and then she ended up in Lord of the Rings, and her only thing when she joined Lord of the Rings was like, I don't want to be in a love triangle. Whoops, like in The Hobbit.
oh wait, wait, who did she play in? Was it The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings?
I think it was the Hobbit, right?
Oh, okay.
It was
Was it the
Toriel.
elf chick? Oh, it was
Yeah, it was
the elf chick.
Toriel, who, spoiler alert, was in a fucking love triangle.
Yeah, because she wanted to bang one of the fucking hobbits.
Yeah, well, her thing when she joined up with Lord of the Rings is cool. I just don't want to be in a love triangle, and then they did it anyway.
God damn, that's kind of fucked.
Well, she's the Wasp now, so good for her.
Oh, is that who she is?
Yeah, I think she's the Wasp in Ant-Man.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I liked Wasp and Ant Man, or I liked both of those movies, and I'm glad that they decided not to do the same thing, the same sort of shtick that they did with the very first one. You know, like, oh, I know the guy. Then it's like shoots to a scene, then to another scene, and they're explaining the plan and all that. Like, I thought that worked really well for that movie, and then they didn't recreate that or repeat that in the second one. And that's why I think it'll have more longevity, in my opinion. And I liked what happened to Hank Pym. Or wait, no, Hank Pym's fucking Michael Douglas's character, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Fuck, or who is the current Ant Man then? What's his name in the Marvel universe?
Like the character's name or the actor?
Yeah, do you happen to know the name of the character?
Scott Lang.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like that was a little bit of a curveball. Like I didn't think I'd like Ant Man
It's
because
Paul
like
Rudd.
oh no I love Paul
Of
Rudd,
course, yeah, you're gonna like it.
but
It's
like
Paul fucking Rudd.
yeah, but I didn't like the whole like, well, Hank Pym's not Ant Man, it's this other guy. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh fuck, who's this guy? That bothered me a little bit. But then when I watched it, it was like, and I seen the other cast and who he's surrounded with, and then Michael Douglas was you know, eventually in there. It was fucking cool. Anyway, we're at like the hour 35 ish mark. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to go ahead and wrap up?
One more thing. Give me 5 minutes of your time here.
Sure.
All right. So I had an epiphany lately
An
about
epiphany.
superhero media that I consume. I realized this is mostly based on like animated media, but it does apply to live action stuff as well. I realized just my aesthetic of superhero and the kind of like superheroes that I enjoy, if they're not young, I don't like them. Like
Uh,
they gotta be early 20s at oldest, or else I'm
ageist.
like,
yeah,
lame. Like fucking
ages.
Captain America's in his 30s or whatever. It's like, nah, fuck that shit.
Dude, that's so fucked up, man. Like, this is why we don't get to have nice things. Like, oh, you hit 30, time to fucking dispose of you, you fucking garbage.
I like teenage superheroes, and I like early 20s superheroes. Once you
Yeah,
get
but
past that, it's like,
yeah, but if you fucking discard them like that, then you don't get fucking Nightwing. Then you don't get fucking Arrow. Then you don't get more than just Teen Titans. You don't get the
Arrow's an
Titans.
exception, true.
Well, also, how old
The
is
Flash is
Nightwing in
also in
that?
his 20s, but I think they make him feel like he's a teenager for a lot of that show.
No,
Well,
I don't.
that's how I feel with Nightwing too. How old is Nightwing?
Oh, Nightwing's supposed to be in his mid-20s, like, by the
Yeah,
time.
that's a Zoomer. He's a Zoomer.
Well, no, he's been in his mid-20s since, like, the 90s.
Yeah, that's a Zoomer. It doesn't matter when you were born. It matters how old you are. You know.
I mean, oh, well, yeah, I guess so now, huh? Yeah, he's been right around there, maybe, like, late, mid-20s, possibly pushing 30 or 30? Something
No,
like
no
that.
shot. There's no shot.
Yeah, see, I disagree with you, man. I don't want, like, my superheroes to be disposed of after they reach a certain age. I like what I get.
I like when they age like once. Like I like time skips. They age like once and then like maybe one more time later. It's like again, you're gonna cringe at this example, but it's like
Ben
literally
10.
Ben 10. Yeah,
I knew it
where
was coming. I knew. I
he,
could feel it in my
he was
bones.
he was 10 in the original series, and then they time skip to when he's 15 for like the next few series, and I love that.
I heard a rumor about Gwen. I think Gwen from Ben 10. That's the redhead girl, right?
Yes.
They apparently, I mean, I heard this on 4chan, so it's true. But
Uh-oh.
apparently, the animators aged her up to look the way that she does because they were
Uh-oh.
disgusted at the amount of Rule 34 pornography of, like, young teen Gwen from Ben 10. Like, they thought it was fucking disgusting, so
I
they
do
aged her up.
unfortunately just encounter that a lot, so there is a lot of it out there. Like
Well, yeah,
I just
it's
happen upon it way too much.
dude, I could just be on fucking Twitter, just fucking scrolling, looking at wrestling shit, and then there's boom, Rule 34 or something.
Damn,
Like,
Gwen
wasn't looking for
Tennyson
it.
getting fucked at age 12.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, fucking block, go, reported, gone. Like, it's fucking disgusting, and Twitter does nothing about it because Twitter doesn't give a shit at all.
Well, I mean, I don't think Twitter should do something about it. Not to get to the lolly conversation again. It's like it's
Oh
gross.
yeah. Here we
It's
go.
gross. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it should be illegal, but it's gross.
No, I think they should do something about that on the fucking platform. Federal law is one thing, but, like, having it right in my fucking face,
Well,
unsolicited, not asked
federally,
for,
it
I have a
is
problem with
illegal.
that.
Whether or not it should be, it is illegal federally.
I thought we didn't have any laws of determining what lolicon
You
was.
can't. They definitely do. You cannot depict a
Okay,
child in a sexual nature. Whether
okay.
I don't think it should be that way, but that is the law. Federal law says you can't do it. They don't fucking do anything about it.
No, it's one of those laws that they just put on the books to shut people up, and
Yeah,
they had no intention whatsoever of actually doing anything
because it's
with
hard
the
to
law.
enforce anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like jaywalking. Well, if a fucking cop's not around
Well,
and there's no
jaywalking
cop,
is so they can stop black people. It's the anti-black law.
you think so?
Yes.
Because I got fucked with jaywalking more than a few times, so I guess I never experienced that part of it.
No,
Like
that's the we have an excuse to stop black people law.
yeah, I thought that was New York's stop and frisk law. Well, I guess that's one of the money, really.
Well, yeah, you catch someone jaywalking and then you stop and frisk them.
Oh man, stop and frisk is such a bullshit fucking law. Like, hey, I'm walking around while anything. Hey, I'm gonna get fucked with by a cop. Like, what the fuck did I do? You're packing heat or holding dope. Hey, what's this? And they just pull out of their fucking pocket this gigantic fucking bag of fucking mushrooms or like fucking weed. I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that, asshole? All right, fucking there, drug lord. You're going to fucking prison for life. Like, motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, you heard it here. Riely likes Gwen Rule 34.
No, it's not true.
Well, I mean, you
Not
said you happened to stumble upon it quite a lot. So.
She's a very common depiction in the Rule 34 community, which is very unfortunate.
Which is you're a part of that community, of course.
Well, yeah, because I want to jerk off to Pyro and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles. Very of age women.
No, yeah, you want Ben 10 Rule 34, but just the aliens. No Gwen.
Just the Well, I mean, you could do Alien Force Gwen, but not original Gwen.
No, I'm none of the humanoid characters, just the aliens themselves. You know?
That I mean, that's pretty base too,
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, internet, you so cray cray.
bro. Just imagine how big Humongousaur has to be. I mean, come on.
My goodness. Forearms, hello?
Forearms.
My goodness. That's a man right there.
He's got that schmeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell
When I
yeah.
was when I was a when
He
I
needs
was a
4
teen
hands to hold the thing.
when I was a, when I was a teenager, I wanted to fuck Shiva from Mortal Kombat so bad because she had forearms.
Degenerate.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Yeah, I called you a degenerate.
Well, yeah. I'm degenerate and proud, and that's just how it is. There's no escaping it. I'm just a degen, and that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, but nobody wants to do my fucking porn podcast.
Oh yeah, your porn games podcast.
Yeah, nobody wants to do it. It's such a good idea. It's gonna be a great podcast.
Shit, you should probably get a hold of Riely and Trixie. They
They don't
probably
want to
would
do
do
that
that.
shit. That's beneath them. Riely would be like, "I'll produce it for you."
Oh yeah. All
All
right,
right,
y'all.
Robin, I'll do your porn game show. You've
Yeah, let's
convinced
go.
me.
Oh God.
We're
But
porn
we
gaming.
haven't ever done a Moecast does porn.
We can
Does
do that
porn
right now.
or
We can
covers
do that
porn?
right now. We can converse about
No,
porn.
well, we always have like the Moecast does this, the Moecast does that. We've never
Okay, we're
actually.
not gonna do porn. Okay, good.
Yeah, herder, of
Not
course
not
Oh
like
yeah,
not.
yeah,
with
yeah.
each other.
Last
Yeah.
week on the MoCast, we staged a real life war. Last week's episode was the MoCast on war. We actually did war. We committed war. We
Yeah, I guess we could do an episode about porn
don't do episodes
or
about
like
things
porno.
anymore. We just do
Uh,
episodes.
We can still
uh,
do episodes about things.
we could still do semi-themed things and still keep with the whole like free form flow conversation thing going.
No, you're right. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, you fucking hard to work with motherfucker.
Can't do porn games though, because that's my podcast. Okay, stay away. Back off my turf, Mo.
Okay, all right, fine. All right, any of y'all have any final thoughts?
No, it's over.
The fuck do you mean it's over?
The
It
the
sucks.
show is over.
Bish. What about you, Robin? What you got any final thoughts? Okay then. Well in that case, Riely, where can they find you?
You can find me at fucking anchor.fm/Riely Megafeed or the Riely Podcast Megafeed on your platform of choice for podcasts. And it's got podcasts on it. And then in the description of the feed is everything else that I do. Epic.
Awesome. Robin, what about you?
Yeah, there's Twitter at Insight Alloy. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Insight Alloy. I don't stream, but you could you should go there. I haven't streamed in a long time.
Stream
And then
more.
yeah,
Do a
stay tuned.
streams.
Riley and I have a podcast now.
I guess so.
He's committed verbally on air. Hold him
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
true. I'm bound now.
Yep.
I'd have to actually play some porn games to talk about them.
I have so many that I can recommend. We're ready.
I remember being 14, I played one on like it was like a Nitaku game, which I don't know if those are like the normie ones because I see a lot of ads for them. I forget what it was called. Was it Booty Calls? Something like that?
Maybe. Sounds about right.
Booty Calls by Nitaku. Are you familiar with that one? That's the one I
I'm not.
played.
The modern ones are good. The
Okay.
old ones suck. Well, some of them. Some of them are good.
I mean, Booty Calls was like 2018. Like I was probably like 15 when I played it.
Hey,
It had like surprisingly good art.
dude, you have no idea. Hey Mo,
Hey, what?
where can we find you?
You guys can find me at twitter.com/MoesideGaming42. I got a pinned tweet with all my stuff on there. My internet kind of sucks right now, as we found out last week, so streaming is off the table. Even fucking talking and trying to do the Mo show is off the fucking table up until in a few weeks here when I move. So, and that's when we'll be able to go full fucking power again. Get the green screen, the graphics, and all the fun stuff. I'm really, really looking forward to it because I'm going to be streaming a fucking shitload because I'm paying a decent penny for this gigabyte internet. So fuck yeah. Yeah, just pin tweet all my stuff on there. Go check me out and follow all of us and all of our bullshit. All right, come on. Consume our content.
Come on.
Consume. Yes, follow me on fucking TikTok also. I'm like 360 or 40 people away from having 1,000, and that'll like allow me to live stream on that platform. And that, having 1,000 followers on anything makes you look bona fide. Well, anyway, so that seems to be it. Thank you guys all for coming out. I guess Kang decided that he had to bounce, so hope you enjoy him. Check out his stuff. Go check out the Discord and all that. So, bye.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya, you know what I'm saying?
Smell you later.
Smell you later.
Smell you later, nerds.